Lacey, and we're back home.
Hola.
I can't explain how good it feels to be back home. And we've been doing a lot of this, right?
Ya, la extrañé muchísimo. Hey, sí.
It was a long trip. It was a good trip, but it was really long.
Sí, todo este tiempo se hizo eterno. Sí, pero ya están de regreso
Sí.
y pues ya estoy más contento, Pues sí, nomás estamos aquí yo y Paloma y esta Emma, pero en todos modos se sentía la casa pues vacía.
No, it's really nice to be home. Finally home. We've been resting for a few days, traveling back with the 3 little ones. I'm sure you can imagine was a chore. But we were really blessed to be able to fly all the way home. My grandmother, Karen, I shared some photos of her on our Facebook page, Our Life in Guanajuato. She found some really affordable tickets for us to leave Minneapolis and then to fly to Dallas on Sun Country, and they were really, really affordable. I want to say they were like $97 for each one of us. And then we landed in Dallas, and then I purchased tickets on Viva to fly from Dallas to Querétaro. And those are also really affordable. I think those were around $100 a person too. So we didn't bus back. We were really blessed to be able to just leave Minneapolis in the morning and be home late at night. And that's the first time I've experienced that. Usually when I travel from Querétaro or Guanajuato all the way to Minneapolis, it takes several days to be able to do that because we take the bus. So we're all rested. We've been resting for a couple of days. We did get, a little sick, motion sickness mostly, but we're feeling great. And I just wanted to share some things that I picked up at a thrift store in Minnesota. I love to go thrift shopping when I go back. So here's my little thrift store haul. I picked up this print, Children Feeding Geese by Arthur Sarnoff. He's an American artist. He created this in the 1950s. I thought it was just beautiful, and it's on a little vintage frame. And this was $10 at the thrift store. So that's about like 250 pesos for this one. And then I've seen some really cute vintage platters. This one says, "Give us our day, our daily bread." This was $2, which is about 50 pesos. And then also another platter. This one was $1 or about 25 pesos right now. I just thought that was so pretty. Maya likes to really enjoy tea, and she has a tea set, so I thought that this would go well with it. And then I also picked up this. This was 70 cents, so about 20 pesos, and it's just to hang our bananas on so that they don't rot on the bottom when they're sitting on the counter. I thought that would be really cute to have here too. And then I also went to Walmart and Target and picked up some canning jars. These ones right here, the little jam jars. This was like $11. So again, like 250 pesos for all the jars. And then I grabbed some extra canning lids and rings. And then I grabbed an oven thermometer because, as many of you know, cooking in high altitude is very difficult in the oven. The heat in our ovens at high altitude, it just doesn't want to stay in there. And then there's less coils in the Mexican ovens because not a lot of Mexicans use their ovens or bake on a daily or weekly or even a monthly basis. They're mostly used for storage. So I've been having a really hard time baking like our Christmas cookies and breads and things like that. So this is going to help me know what temperature is in the oven. And then I also picked up a pastry cutter for my pies for Thanksgiving. I really wanted one of these last Thanksgiving, so I made sure that I grabbed one. These are things that you cannot find around here. You might be able to find like an oven thermometer maybe at an American grocery store like H-E-B in Querétaro, but all of these things are not found here, and they need to be ordered on Amazon or imported in from the United States. Most people don't use these things, so I do, so I had to bring them back. I'm in the pantry right now. I was checking to make sure that I didn't put something away that I had brought back. And I don't think that I did, but I have to share a super funny story with you guys. Us traveling back to Mexico was a disaster with all of our suitcases, our luggage, all of the little ones, and then we were trying to get it all done in one day. It was a little disaster, but we made it home. But guess what happened when I was at the airport? To go along with the little haul that I just showed you, I had some other things that I was planning to bring home Pa. I grabbed 2 of the meat tenderizers at, I think it was Walmart. And Pa was going to use those at the Carnitas restaurant to make beefsteak. And I had a hard time finding anything similar here for him, and they were super affordable over there. I think they were like $7, so I had 2 meat tenderizers. I also had a nice set of knives that I picked up on sale for butchering that I thought that he would really enjoy, because again, those things can be kind of harder to find out here. We have to go into the city, and then usually those specialty items are super expensive, and I found a set in Minnesota on sale, and so I wanted to bring that back home. And then I also found a really nice fish fillet knife, and it had a leather case, and I wanted to bring that back home, but it's not here. So we went to go to the airport in Minneapolis, and I checked our bags, and I put all of that stuff in the luggage that was supposed to go underneath the plane, and everything was fine, right? So because I bought the tickets separately, when we got to Dallas, we had to go pick up our bags from Sun Country, and then we had to recheck them in at the Viva counter. And then they had to be rechecked, basically. Well, I had a couple of our bags weighed too much. So I'm standing there and I'm trying to open up all the bags and decide what's not important so I can just throw something away or add something to my carry-on or my personal bag. And I accidentally put the fish knife, the knife set, the butchering knife set, and the 2 meat tenderizers in my carry-on bag. I'm going with my carry-on bags and the kids and our personal items and our pillows and our blankies because we weren't gonna arrive into Mexico until like midnight, so I know the kids wanted to sleep. And so I'm going through security and I throw everything up on the belt and they're x-raying it and all of my stuff is getting flagged. And I'm like, what's going on? I just did all of this in Minneapolis and everything was fine. And TSA was like, do you have anything sharp in these bags or anything like dangerous? And I was like, no, I just went through this in Minneapolis. And he's like, are you sure? And I was like, yes, I'm sure. Well, he opens all the bags and I have all these knives and I have these hammers. And he's like, you told me you didn't have anything in these bags. And I was like, oh my goodness, I had to recheck my bags at the Viva desk. And they told me my other bags weighed too much, so I put them in my carry-on. So of course, they all had to be thrown away. All had to be thrown away, and it was all of the things that I was bringing back for Pa. It was just a mess. And I came home and I wasn't able to give Pa any of that stuff. I was super bummed. As many of you know, Mexican families that travel back and forth, it's just a thing that we do when we go over to the United States because there's so many things on sale and clearance that is just way more affordable and so many more options over there than there is over here. And people don't like it when I say that, but it's just the truth. It is. And so all of the stuff that I planned to bring Pa, he didn't get. The trash can got it. Luckily, I didn't get in any kind of trouble. They were really kind after I explained what had happened. I'm sure the airport security could see me at the Viva desk literally with all of my bags open trying to reorganize because Viva has more restrictions on the weight of their bags than Sun Country does, and I didn't know that. So that's the funny story that I wanted to share. I did end up bringing back Pa a couple of hats. My mom got him a couple pair of jeans, and then he did get a nice like button-up shirt. So all right, so we have a lot of stuff going on the farm like always, so we're gonna go outside and we're gonna see what everybody's up to. And I know what else I'm missing from my thrift store haul. Let me show you. I also picked up cobijas, blankets. I picked up 2 of these. They are just beautiful, almost in brand new condition. And I think these were $6 or $7 each, which is a steal, right? You could never ever find anything of this quality for that price here in Mexico. So in pesos, it was like 150 pesos, and I got 2 of these. And then I also grabbed 2 beach towels that were I think like $3 each, in almost brand new condition. So $3 is about 40 pesos for some nice towels. I grabbed 2 of those. And then I also got this one. Everything was blue and white at the thrift store that I went to. It was the Shalom shop in Cambridge, Minnesota. And this beautiful blanket was also $7. So like 160 pesos. Almost brand new. Isn't that pretty? And we definitely needed some blankets to keep us warm for our cold season. So, thank you, Libby. I just wanted to add and make sure that there's nothing else from the thrift store haul. We did get a bunch of books for the kids for like 10 cents each. They really love their books. Oh, and then I also picked up these figurines. They were $3 for this set, or about 60 pesos. I just thought they were so cute. Alright, so this video is going to be kind of all over the place, and that's fine. That's how I have been feeling for literally the last few weeks, our whole entire trip. Nothing has been too organized. Alright, let's get back to check out what everybody's doing outside this morning. Wow, exciting, Annalie! So you're gonna have baby pigs again this summer?
Uh-huh.
Nice. Time to put her away? Good morning, Maya. Now she's trying to get away. She's done. Buenos días, hijo. Oh. Gracias, hija.
Nada, mamá.
Are you happy to be home? Yeah? Was a nice trip to Minnesota, but there's no place like home, is there? Back at it. All the dogs missed you, baby. Yeah. Holy buckets.
Y ya mi familia ya regresó. Cuando lo fui a recoger, ¿verdad? Pues me sentí muy contento de que, pues, que ya vinieran de regreso. Fue un viaje pues muy bueno, va, y pues de veras los extrañé muchísimo. Aquí la casa pues se sentía muy vacía sin ellos aquí. Felicidad ver los niños sonreír día a día, ¿verdad? Y pues ya ellos ya están de regreso, entonces ya vamos a seguir aquí, ¿verdad? En México otra vez igual como íbamos, y pues estoy bien agradecido con Dios de que ellos ya están de regreso.
Sí. We're happy to be home, Pa.
Sí.
Mm-hmm. How you feeling, hijo? Junior came back and had a tooth pulled. His tooth that he injured when he was playing outside. So he had that pulled yesterday. How are you feeling, hijo? Not good. It's so nice to be home.